Watch Richie Moore, irrigation specialist from Murphy Creek Golf Course, play this 17th hole, our selection for the toughest par 3 in the state. From the back tees, it plays 248 yards, and from the forward tees, 138 yards. The tee shot requires pinpoint accuracy, as there are plenty of hazards that protect the right, including 2 bunkers and a creek if you hit your shot to the left. Bunkers and a collection area will meet your fate. The best shot? Try to hit it long and high, as the ball will hold the green and will prevent the hole from getting away from you. If you mishit the shot, try to pull it to the left and long.
This is Tom Bianco, host of Colorado's Voyage radio program on 560 KLZ. This program is all about the businesses and lifestyles here in Colorado. And we do these segments where we feature some of the best golf courses in the state. And our listeners voted number 17, the toughest par 3 in the state at Murphy Creek Golf Course. Murphy Creek has been around a while. It's a great golf course. If you haven't come out here, make sure you visit. And joining me today is Leslie Gore. She's the head golf professional at Murphy Creek. She's been a staple here as well. And I wanted to dive into it a little bit further about the golf course and number 17 and what makes it so challenging. And to explain that is he goes out and has some fun. He competes in some of the long drive contests, and the size of him and the look of him, you can understand why. It's Richie Moore. He's an irrigation specialist here at Murphy Creek as well. Welcome to the show. And Leslie, I wanted to start off with you. Tell me about the number 17 and what makes it so challenging.
Well, the thing that makes it the most challenging is not only the 248-yard length from the back tee, is there's no really any bailout areas. If you hit it short or right, you're going to go in the hazard or the bunkers. If you hit it left, you're going to go into a collection area. We're going to have to hit over a hill to get on the green. The real bailout area is only past the green, is over the green.
Over the green.
Yeah.
So your best approach to the shot is long on this particular hole?
It is, unless you're going to hit the hole.
Okay.
Sure, unless you're going to hit the green, then your bailout is over the green.
So how about if I'm not a big hitter? What's the selection for my tee choices?
Well, we have 5 sets of tees. I myself play where it's about 190 yards. I don't hit my 3-iron like Richie's going to hit here. But with 5 sets of tees, everybody can find a nice spot for them to tee off.
And Richie, can you tell us about your experience and how's your game, and what do you expect from this par 3? What do you visualize when you go after this pin?
Well, the biggest thing is I've played this since I was a little kid. I played in the Aurora City Junior Championship, and playing with those so many years, I had so many good rounds coming into this hole. And I remember, I still have about a 250-yard, which at that time was a 3-wood when I was a little kid. And even now, it's still a very difficult long iron. Sometimes with the wind conditions, it's predominantly into the headwind. So there's been times where if the wind's strong enough, I'm having to hit hybrid. And that's for me is a driving iron for a lot of people, and a driver from the tips. And I've had so many times where I'll hit a great shot, the wind comes up, I'm a little bit short left, and that's a very difficult chip from there, or it blows just slightly right and I'm in the water hazard. So there's very little room for error on this hole, and it's an extremely good yet very hard challenge.
You know, I could make it a little bit more challenging for you. I have those old blades from the 1960s that you can use. What do you think?
That just add another layer of fun. Yep.
It's a beautiful day today, and just think about all those individuals out at Shinnecock Hills with that wind blowing. You've got no wind here on this particular hole, so I'm expecting you to hit it close.
I'm going to do my best. But keep in mind, I am a long driver.
So what club are you going to use? Tell us about the loft angle, and I'm pretty sure you know your club head speed. So.
Yeah, so today I'm still using a lot of the older technology. This is a 3-iron from about 15 years ago. So it's actually a true 3-iron, which I think is about 15 degrees of loft. That just, for me, it helps. Now, if I was hitting some of the new technology with the Callaway and Titleist, this would probably be a 5-iron for me. They've lowered the lofts, and with technology, you've been able to help the ball get in the air to counter that. So for me, the issue isn't trying to hit it further, it's trying to stay in more control. So with these older irons, I actually have a lot more control and a little bit better results out of it.
Oh, and for you guys, watching, he's actually using a 9-iron, not a 3-iron. So
yeah, and hopefully from the swing you can see a little bit of a acceleration from the top, and hopefully with a good actual pro swing.
Yeah, and you know, you've got to get under it to give it a little bit of height to it, because I don't think you want some run on this particular shot, do you?
No, with this green, it's not very receptive. Certain portions of the green, more so towards the back left, it's going to run away from us, which makes that just another layer of difficulty. So for me, I need to hit it high, hit it with a lot of spin, and hopefully land and stop right on the green. And as Leslie was saying, the only bailout zone is long left, and that's basically trying for me, if I miss it, pull it.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's see what you got. I'm rooting for you, and hopefully if you can make a birdie on this toughest par 3 in the state, I will pat you on the back, Richie. So, all right.
I'll give it everything I've got.
Awesome, go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Well, you got a nice draw on there, and you did hit it to the left. So you did bail out from getting it to the right where all that hazard is. So you're safe.
Yeah, I'm safe, but yet the challenge is still not over. Still have a very difficult chip coming ahead, and hopefully a great little putt.
All right, let's go up there and see if you can at least chip it on, make it close to making a birdie, or else, you know, just a few feet and nail that par.
Oh, definitely. That's the challenge.
All right, let's go ahead up there.
All right.
Well, Richie, I don't think you could do too much better on this particular hole. You're actually a little bit to the left of this green, and in the rough just slightly. It's sitting up very nicely. You're pin high, so you're just going to chip it on, and you actually got a good situation because you're chipping up the slope.
Yeah, this is the area that I wish to miss. Like I was saying, if I'm going to miss it, I'm going to try and pull it. So I'm a little bit long. That gives the green a little bit more receptive to it, and to this area, it's going to break a little bit to the left, to the back of the green, and kind of a little bit. Once you're past the hole here today, it runs towards that little lake, but that shouldn't be any worry for me right now.
No, you just got roughly about, I'd say about 50 feet, right?
Yeah, this is a pretty easy, about 20-yard chip shot. Just a little bit of break from right to left. Hopefully give it a run to try and get a chip in, and hopefully have a short little 3-4 footer coming back for a good par.
Yeah, putting's always a difficulty on these greens. They're fairly fast, aren't they?
Oh, they're rolling true. They're rolling fast, and Eric Strassheim's done a hell of a job out here with the greens over the last few years.
All right, let's go ahead and see if you can. I hope you chip it in. That'd be an ideal situation for this hole. But it is actually realistically a good chip chance, right?
Yeah, with a good run up the hill, a little bit of right to left break, it should be a good fun run at it, and hopefully, with a little luck, make a good little birdie or par.
Awesome. Go ahead.
All right, thank you.
Well, I like that, and like you said, the greens are really fast. So, and you're roughly about only 6 feet away now for that par, and basically you got a little bit of lock on that. You didn't bump and run it.
Yeah, no, for me, I've always been a good fan of the Phil Mickelson little higher shots. I feel like I have a little bit more control with the spin, and for me, I don't have the visions of failure that a lot of people have after a lot of years of playing. I spent a lot of time as junior golf just right around the chipping green, and Murphy Creek, I have to thank for them having a great little practice facility for that as well.
And you opened your stance a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I like to have my feet just open about 45 degrees from the target. That allows me to get a nice little steeper angle of attack at the ball, and hopefully pop it up a little bit higher with a little bit of check, and I feel a little bit more control.
Well, I don't know if that is a gimme or not.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If I'm putting well today, we'll see. We'll give a good roll.
Well, for you guys, when it's 6 feet or in, it's usually a gimme for amateurs like us. We need at least 6 inches, and that's a gimme for us. But
yeah. Well, it's always a fun day, and that's one of the challenges of golf. Is there's always some aspect that you're like, well, could improve on here, or that one shot that brings you back of a nice little chip in or a great little long putt.
All right, so go ahead and put that in, and we'll finish this out. Oh. Well, Richie, if it wasn't filmed, I would have said you would have made par and lied, but it was being filmed. But
yeah. Well, that was just a little firm on the putt, but that's my little putting strategy. I like to be a little bit firm and aggressive on putts. But I was on 4 here. It's the toughest hole in Colorado, and there's some days where 4 is a good score on this par 3.
And then you go number 18 and finish it out. So we appreciate you joining us, giving us advice on how to play the toughest par 3 in the state. And thanks for joining us, Richie. Leslie, I want to come back to you and say thank you for letting us come out here and filming and getting some good tips about the number 17 and a beautiful hole, beautiful course. Can you tell us a little bit more about Murphy Creek, how it plays from the backs, the forwards, and the layout of the whole course?
Sure. The layout is mostly a link style course. It's got wide fairways. We do have 58 bunkers on the golf course, so that makes it play a little bit tougher. With the 5 sets of tees, the ladies' tees are really fair to the ladies when the ladies come out, and then it can be very challenging for the good players like Richie and the long hitters.
And can you tell us how they can book a tee time? Can they book tournaments? I think you got a whole entire facility out here that they can just enjoy golf. You got lessons, a great driving range, putting and chipping area.
Oh, absolutely. We have the one of the best driving ranges and practice facilities in the whole state. We do host a lot of charity events. We have a real nice one coming up for charity for Alzheimer's with the Brookdale Living. And we have host lots of weddings, and we do give lots of lessons. To book a tee time, you go to golfaurora.com, and you can book a tee time for any of our 5 City of Aurora golf courses, just going to golfaurora.com.
And the phone number and location?
The phone number here is 303-739-1560, and the location is right off of E470 and Jewel.
Awesome. And Colorado's Voyage and our listeners voted number 17 as the toughest par 3 in the state. So we'd like to give you this award and thank you for giving us a challenge when we come out this way.
Well, thanks so much for, we're really pleased to get this award, and it's a true honor to be on your show, and thank you so much for coming out.
Awesome. And this is Tom Bianca, host of Colorado's Voyage radio program on 560 KLZ. Joining us today was Richie Moore, irrigation specialist, and head golf professional Leslie Gore at Murphy Creek. And definitely come out here if you have not played this course. It's a good test of your game, and you'll definitely enjoy it. And this is our best golf course that we look forward to playing. And thank you for joining us at Colorado's Voyage radio program on 560 KLZ.